Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to make this beautiful Valentine's crochet top. It's also the heart stitch top, or whatever you would wish to call it. Today is 1st of February, and because of the Valentine's season, I decided to create this particular piece inspired by our previous flower top that we made last week. So if you haven't yet checked out the tutorial of the flower top, after this video, make sure you go and check it out. And both tutorials have written patterns that you can try out. So for those who are not good with the videos, you can grab a copy of the written pattern. So today we're going to learn how to make this heart stitch as well as the bra cups and put everything together to create this beautiful heart top. So let's get started. So for the materials, you will need a pair of scissors, a 3.5mm crochet hook. The yarn that we shall be using is Alize Cotton Gold, and we shall be using color white. And this recommends 2 to 4mm crochet hook, so I'll use a 3.5. And then you only need almost less than a ball of yarn to make this whole project. And then a measuring tape. This measuring tape is going to help us take a measurement around our under bust, and from there we shall subtract a total of about 3 to 4 inches. So just take your under bust measurement and subtract 3 to 4 inches so that we can get something that is workable and something that can lace up at the back of the top. With a 3.5 and creating our bra cups. So for the bra cups, you're going to start off with a slip knot, and you're going to make a chain of 16. I'm making for a size medium, and for all the other sizes, just check on the screen. I'll be mentioning how many chains you'll need. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So once you have your number of chains that you need for your size, you're going to chain 2 more, and you're going to go into the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th you're going to place a double crochet. So continue to double crochet all the way across the chain until you have 1 chain left. Make sure you don't miss any chain. So I have placed a double crochet in the second last chain, and we have only 1 chain left on our row. Into that last chain, you're going to place a total of 2 double crochets. Chain 2 and 2 more double crochets into the same exact chain. Just like that. And now this will bring us to the bottom part of the starting chain of the row, and you're going to go into each and every chain with 1 double crochet. So make sure you don't miss the very last stitch here, and you should have something that looks like this. Now we're going to start moving back and forth in a U shape so that we can grow our bra cup. So let's go on to row 2. You're going to start off with a chain of 2, turn your work. The chain of 2 at the beginning of the round, the chain of 2 at the beginning of the row counts as our very first double crochet, and then go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet and continue to double crochet once in each and every stitch until you get to the chain 2 space at the top of the bra cup. Alright, so when you place a double crochet in the very last double crochet before the chain 2 space, you're going to go into the chain 2 space with 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets into the same space. And then from here, you're going to go all the way down, placing 1 double crochet in each and every stitch. Alright, so when you come to the end of row 2, you'll have something that looks like this. We're going to keep working back and forth until we have enough coverage for our bra cup. I'll be recommending a number of rows that you can do for the different sizes, but if you're making for yourself, then you're going to have to try on this bra cup to make sure it fits perfectly well. So just keep repeating row 2 with a chain of 2, turn your work, and double crochet in each and every double crochet after that. And when you get to the chain 2 space, you will place 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and then double crochet on the opposite side, placing 1 double crochet into each and every stitch until the end of the row. So don't forget to always go into the top of the very first chain 2 of the row, because it always counts as a double crochet. So repeat this, and I'll meet you back when I have enough rows for the size that I'm making for. Alright, after getting your desired number of rows, for me I have a total of 7 rows for size medium. But you can do as many rows as long as this can create the best coverage, enough coverage for your bust. So from here, we're going to create a mesh pattern. From here, you're going to make a chain of 4, turn your work. The chain of 4 counts as a double crochet, chain 1. So from here, you're going to skip the next stitch and 1 double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the next, and you're going to repeat that all the way up until the tip of the bra cup. Sorry, it's chain 1, not chain 2. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, 1 double crochet into the next. So we've come to the top of the bra cup, and into the chain 2 space you're going to place 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 more double crochets, just like we were doing before. Now the fact that we have a double crochet in the very last stitch here, we want to mirror the same exact thing going on this side, onto this side. So 1 double crochet into the next stitch and then go back to the mesh pattern, chain 1, 1 double crochet into the next stitch after skipping 1 stitch here. All right, so we've come to the end of the mesh pattern, and now we are going to do 1 more row, which is going to seal off the mesh pattern. So chain 1, and you're going to place 2 single crochets in each and every chain 1 space. So we're not going into the stitches, we're just placing 2 single crochets in each and every chain 1 space. So when you come here where you have stitches at the tip of the bra cup, you're only going to place 1 single crochet in each and every stitch, like that, and then you place 2 single crochets into the chain 2 space, and then go to the next stitches with 1 single crochet into each until you get to the mesh pattern, and you should go back to 2 single crochets in each and every chain 1 space. So we are done, and this is what your bra cup should look like. The side that has the final row is supposed to be the right side of the bra cup. Then from here you're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. So you're going to repeat this same exact process for your second bra cup, and I'll meet you back when mine is ready. All right, so we have 2 bra cups that are totally finished. What we're going to do right now is join the 2 in the middle. I'm going to just put my hook through here like this, and I'm going to attach it to the first stitch on this side with a slip stitch, just to put it in place, just like that. So after your bra cups, we are going to go ahead and create the bottom band of the top. So for my demonstration, I will do a total of 32 chains which is a multiple of 16, plus 4 chains, which is a total of 36. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. So this is my multiple of 16 plus 4 chains. Now once you get that the foundation chain right, you're going to go into the 4th chain from the hook. So counting from this one, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th you're going to place a double crochet, just like that. And then from here you're going to make a chain of 3, skip over 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the 5th chain you're going to place 1 double crochet. So we've skipped over 4 chains, and then you're going to place 1 double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and this will bring us to a total of 7 double crochets. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So from there you're going to make a chain of 3, skip over 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the next chain, which is the 5th chain, you're going to place a total of 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, all in the same chain, just like that. And then you're going to make a chain of 3 and skip over 4 chains, and into the next 7 chains you're going to place 1 double crochet into each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you're going to repeat that: chain 3, 3 double skip over 4 chains, 3 double crochets into the next chain, chain 3, skip over 4 chains, 1 double crochet in each of the next 7 stitches. So you're going to repeat that until you have a total of 5 chains left, as you can see here, and you should end on 7 double crochets and then be left with 5 chains at the end of the row. From here you're going to make a chain of 3, skip over 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the 5th chain, which should be the very final chain, you're going to place 2 double crochets there. 1 and 2, just like that. So you can see we started off with a chain of 3 and 1 double crochet, which counts as 2 double crochets, and then we've ended with 2 double crochets into the very final chain. So let's go on to row 2. For row 2 you're going to make a chain of 3, which counts as a double crochet, turn your work, 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 1 and 2. Then from here you're going to make a chain of 3, and then into the next 4 stitches we are going to make 4 double crochets together into the next 4 double crochets. So starting with this one, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the first chain of the 7, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, so you don't finish your double crochet, and then yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, you'll have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, you're left with 3 loops on your hook, and then yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, you'll have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, you'll be left with 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, you'll have 6 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 5 loops on your hook, and once you have 5 loops, you're going to yarn over and pull through all the 5. That's how we do 4 double crochets together. And then you're going to make a chain of 5. So on this group of 7 double crochets, you should be left with 1, 2, and 3 stitches. But we are going to do 4 double crochets together, starting with this stitch that has the very last double crochet in this batch. So yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch that has the last double crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We are doing the same exact thing as what we did for the previous 4 double crochets together. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the final stitch of the 7, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then you have 5 loops left on your hook, and yarn over, pull through all. And then from here you're going to make a chain of 3. 1, 2, and 3, and then we are going to increase the 3 double crochets here into 5 by placing 2 double crochets in the very first stitch, 1 double crochet into the middle stitch, and 2 double crochets into the 3rd stitch, which is the final stitch of the 3 stitches. So we've increased from 3 to 5. And then you're going to make a chain of 3 and repeat what we did here, the 4 double crochets together stitches. So after your chain of 3, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then repeat until you have 4 double crochets together. Just watch what I'm doing, or if you don't remember what to do, just rewind the video and watch this part because I explained it in detail. Then yarn over, pull through all. Then you're going to make a chain of 5, not 3. Chain 5, and then 4 double crochets together, starting with the stitch with the very final double crochet of the previous batch. So alright, now we've done our 4 double crochets together, and you should see the resemblance between this part and this part. They should look the same. Then from here you're going to make a chain of 3, 2 double crochets into the next double crochet, and then 1 double crochet on top of the chain 3 on the edge of the previous row, just like that. So row 2 is basically done. So let's go on to row 3. Row 3, you're going to make a chain of 3, turn your work, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, chain 3, and then you're going to go into the middle stitch of the next chain 5 space, of the middle chain of the next chain 5. So this one is the chain 5. You're going to skip over all this and go into the 3rd chain of the chain 5, and you're going to place a total of 3 double crochets into that middle chain, just like that. And then you're going to make a chain of 3, skip over all this, and then go into the 5 double crochets. We are going to increase the 5 to 7 by placing 2 double crochets on the edge stitches. So 2 double crochets into the first stitch, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So you're just going to place 1 double crochet until you have 1 stitch left, and then into the very last stitch, which is this one, you're going to place 2 double crochets. All right, so we've increased the 5 double crochets to 7 double crochets. Then from here you're going to make a chain of 3, skip over all this, and then go into the middle chain of the chain 5, and you're going to place 3 double crochets into that middle chain, just like that. And then you're going to make a chain of 3, and you're going to skip over all this and go into the last stitches, placing 1 double crochet in each of them, and you should end with 3 double crochets on the edge, just like we have at the beginning of the row. So let's go on to row 4. Row 4 is going to start with a chain of 3, turn your work, 1 double crochet into the next double crochet, make a chain of 3, and then increase the next 3 stitches into 5. And by now you should be knowing how to increase. You place 2 double crochets on the edge, then 1 double crochet into the middle stitches. So this is the edge stitch, so it will get 2 double crochets. So that way we've increased 3 double crochets to 5 double crochets. And then from here you're going to make a chain of 3, and we are going to do our 4 double crochet together stitches. So yarn over, insert your hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and repeat until you have joined 4 double crochets together. Make a chain of 5, yarn over, go into the very first stitch, this one that has the last stitch of the previous 4 double crochet together stitch, and you're going to place 4 double crochets together in each of the next stitches. Okay, now we've joined the 4 double crochets together, yarn over, pull through all, chain 3, increase the next 3 double crochets to 5 double crochets, and by now you know how to do that. Then from here you can see how the full hat looks like. At this point we've formed our very first full hat. So after this you're going to make a chain of 3, and you're going to skip over 1 stitch, and into the next stitch you're going to place 1 double crochet, and then into the top of the chain 3 on the edge you're going to place 1 double crochet, just to mirror exactly what we have at the beginning of the row. Okay, so let's go on to the next row, which will be row 5. You're going to start off with a chain of 6, turn your work, and you're going to skip over all this and go into the 5 double crochets and increase the 5 double crochets to 7 double crochets. Okay, after this you're going to make a chain of 3, go into the middle chain of the chain 5 and place 3 double crochets, chain 3, increase the next 5 double crochets to 7 double crochets, and after this you're going to make a chain of 3, skip over the next chain 3 space, skip the next stitch, and into the edge stitch, which is the chain 3, you're going to go on top of the chain 3 and place a double crochet, and this is what you should have. Now we're going on to row 6. For row 6, you're going to make a chain of 3, turn your work. You're going to place 2 double crochets into the very first stitch to make a total of 3 double crochets. Chain 3, make 4 double crochets together, and by now you should be knowing how to do this. Chain 5, and then 4 double crochets together. Just like this. And then from here you're going to make a chain of 3 and increase the next 3 stitches to 5. Chain 3. We're going to do the 4 double crochets together stitches, so you should see the hearts forming. So after your chain of 3, 4 double crochets together, chain 5, 4 double crochets together. Don't forget, we always start with this stitch that has the last stitch of the previous 4 double crochet together stitch. Alright, chain 3, skip over 3 chains, and into the 4th you're going to place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So I want to show you a few things at this point. Row 6 should basically look the same as row 2. If you're to look at row 6, it's the same exact thing that we did for row 2. So when you reach row 5, you're going to repeat rows 2 to 5. That's the repeat of this pattern. Rows 2 to 5 until you have the length of the panel that you want to. Now we're introducing the actual piece, and I ended up doing a total of 10 rows, and after your desired number of rows, you're going to do as many rows as you wish to have for the bottom band of your top. My 10 rows give me a total of 5 inches roughly. So the other thing that I noticed is this side, the length of my top is a little bit short. So it's 18 inches without stretching it, and when I stretch it, it goes to about 21 inches. And I want something a little bit longer than this. So I'll be extending my bottom band to the side by creating a mesh pattern towards the side of the top. So to do that, you're going to just make a chain of 5, which counts as a double crochet chain 2, and then go in the middle of the next 2 rows. Alright, so you're going to make a chain of 5, and that counts as a double crochet chain 2. Go in the middle of the next 2 rows into this space, and you're going to place a double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet in the middle of the next 2 rows. So into that spot you're going to place a double crochet there, chain 2, 1 double crochet in the middle of the next 2 rows, and you're going to repeat this all the way down. This is totally optional. If your band is long enough, then you don't need to do the extension. But if you find your band a little bit on the shorter side, then you need to do the extension towards the side of the top. So when you come to the end, you're going to make a chain of 2 and go into the last chain. And the fact that I had a total of 10 rows, I should be having a total of 10 spaces. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So from here you're going to make a chain of 5, turn your work, and then double crochet into the next double crochet, chain 2, double crochet into the next double crochet, and repeat that all the way down. So the number of boxes should remain the same for each and every row. They don't increase or decrease. Just make sure you maintain the number of boxes for each and every row. Alright, when we come to the end of the row, you're going to make a chain of 2, skip over 2 chains, and into the next you're going to place a double crochet, just like that. So we are going to repeat this row until you get your desired number of rows of extension that you need for your top. And make sure you don't make it so long that this bottom band is wrapping around your entire lower bust measurement. Make sure you leave some little space for lacing up your top. So for me, I will do a total of 5 rows of extension on each end. So far I'm on the 3rd row, and I'm going to go ahead and do 2 more rows, and I'll show you what that will look like. Alright, after our 5 rows of mesh, this is what your work will look like. Look how beautiful it has blended, how beautifully it has blended into the pattern towards the side. So after my 5 rows, or whatever number of rows that you need to make for your extension, you're going to just make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. Pull through. Now we're going to do the same exact thing on this end that doesn't have the mesh extension. So whatever you do on this side, you're going to just repeat the same exact thing on this side. So what you're going to do is to attach your yarn, make a slip knot, attach it into the side of the top, and then make a chain of 5. After your chain of 5, you're going to go into the middle of the next 2 rows and place a double crochet, and you're going to just repeat the same exact process. Chain 2, 1 double crochet in between the next 2 rows, and make sure you have the same exact number of spaces as you have on the opposite side. Okay guys, after creating the mesh pattern on both ends, this is what you'll have. And now you're going to introduce your bra cups. I have mine here, and you're going to locate the exact middle of the bottom band. So the exact middle of my bottom band is here, and you're going to make sure the bra cups are facing the right side, as well as the bottom band on the right side. Both the right sides are facing up. Now you're going to get your bra cups and fold them over to turn onto the wrong side, like this. And we're going to start attaching the bra cups onto the bottom band. I think before we do this, we should create a row of single crochet stitches across the bottom band where the bra cups are going to sit. This is going to help us to attach the bra cups easier than having the chains and the double crochet together stitches. So you're going to grab your yarn and you're going to make a row across the top of the bottom band so that we can attach our bra cups easily. So you're going to attach your yarn here, and you're going to make a row of half double crochets. So you're going to make a chain of 1, and into each space or each row you're going to place 2 half double crochets, and then into the next row you're going to place 2 half double crochets, 2 half double crochets into the next row. And you're going to do that until you're done with the mesh rows. When you come to the body of the heart stitch, as you can see here, we're going to go into each stitch with 1 half double crochet, and then 2 half double crochets in each chain 3 space, just like that, and then 1 half double crochet in the double crochet together stitch, and here in the chain 5 space you're going to place 3 half double crochets. So that's what we are going to repeat all the way across. Into the double crochet together stitch you're going to place 1 half double crochet. Into the chain 3 space you place 2 half double crochets. Into the normal double crochets you're going to place 1 half double crochet into each, and then into the chain 3 space you're going to place 2 half double crochets, and then 1 half double crochet into the double crochet together stitch. Into the chain 5 space you place 3 half double crochets. So go all the way across doing this, and I'll meet you back towards the end of the row. Alright, this is what you'll have after making it across. And when you come to the mesh stitch, which is this one, you're going to continue to place 2 half double crochets in each and every mesh row. And then when you're done, this is how clean the edge will be. You'll make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. So this is what the top looks like. So another thing that I forgot to mention was the direction of the hat is already going to determine which side is the top side of the bottom band. So I want my hat to face up the right direction. So let's reintroduce our bra cups and put them over the bottom band. First locate the exact middle of the band, which is this one, and into this space we placed a total of 3 half double crochets. So I'll count 1, 2. The second one will be the exact middle of our bottom band because we placed 3 half double crochets. So the second half double crochet will be the exact middle of our work. And now you're going to introduce your bra cups, and we're going to start attaching 2 stitches of the bottom band into each and every row of the bra cups, excluding the single crochet row. The single crochet row will only get 1 stitch of the bottom band. So I'm going to leave a long strand on this side. I'm going to first attach this side, and then I'll come back and attach this side as well. So I'm going to attach the very first single crochet row of the bra cup. Attach just like this. And then you're going to attach the first row of the bra cup, which is the single crochet row, into the first stitch of the bottom band. Now from now on we are attaching 2 stitches of the bottom band into each and every row of the bra cup. So once again, 2 stitches of the bottom band into each row, each double crochet row of the bra cup. Okay, just like this, and you can see the bra cups are attaching onto the bottom band. Alright, so we're coming to the end of the row, and we are attaching our very last single crochet row into the next stitch of the back up of the bottom band. Sorry. This is what you'll have when you turn your work onto the right side. This is what everything looks like. Now we're going to go ahead and attach this side as well. So from here, you're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn, pull through, and then we are going to use this tail that we left behind, that middle tail, and you're going to attach using single crochet stitches the same exact way that we've done on our opposite side. So into the middle stitch, you're attaching the very first single crochet row of the bra cup, and then start attaching 2 stitches into each and every double crochet row of the bra cup. Alright, after making it across your second bra cup, you're going to make a chain of 1, cut your yarn, pull through, and then you're going to turn your work. The side where we've placed the single crochet row is the wrong side of our work, and you should be seeing this bump of the single crochet stitch. Then you're going to turn your work onto the right side, and you're going to have something that looks like this, very neat, and it doesn't show the seam line of the cups and the bottom band of the top. So you should have something as balanced as this. And then you're going to get 2 strands of yarn, and you're going to create the straps, the side straps of our top. Alright, so you're going to make a slip knot, and you're going to make a chain of 80. So I have my chain of 80, but you can make it longer if you wish to create longer straps, maybe up to 100. And then you're going to attach it to the side of the top here, and you're going to place 2 single crochets in each and every row across the side of the top into the mesh pattern. We are just placing 2 single crochets into each and every chain space. Alright, after making it across, you're going to still make the same exact number of chains that you did for your first strap. So since I had 80 chains for my first strap, I will do the same exact number of chains on my second strap, and then you're going to chain one, pull through, and you'll have 2 straps towards the side of your piece. Then from here you're going to do the same exact thing on this side. So let me go ahead and do that real quick, and I'll be back to show you what everything looks like. Alright, so after everything, you're going to have something that looks like this. The straps on the side, then the straps at the top, and then the only thing left is to weave in all your ends. I'm going to do that real quick, and I'll be showing you the final look of our hearts bralette. Alright, now that we have all our ends off, we're now going to see the final look of our bralette.